Hey everyone, we're the Hatch Homes Group. Before we get into our forecasting 2022 market, we are going to do our Monday market update with Johnny going over some weekly market stats. So take it away.
Hey guys, the average home price is still $575,200. Inventory is still 0.9 months. Most active price range 500 to 600,000 with an average day on the market at 62 days.
And I love that stat because everyone thinks that homes sell in a day in Portland. And so just look at that average. Not everything does.
Yeah, this is an average of all condos.
I wanted to point out that one thing I wanted to point out that average days on the market is average for Portland, city of Portland. Well, before we've talked about the Portland metro area, and at 62 is an average for the whole price range. But if you look at the 500 to 650 price range, it's 28 days on the market. So it depends on the price range that you're at. But
it really depends on the property for sure. For sure.
So jumping in.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, people are asking us, what's going to happen in 2022? And so we're hopefully, we're going to answer a lot of those questions for you. And it'll be really fun to watch this in 6 months and see how accurate we were. I feel really good about it. But in a nutshell, 2022 should be another strong year for the housing market. And that's where all the indicators are pointing right now, but with a few caveats. So, Michelle.
Yeah. So with the home sales, I mean, it's forecast to increase this next year again, but as you can see, the predictions are pretty on par, except from MBA, and they're predicting a little bit more and I think that's because the price points will probably increase because we're still going to see some appreciation. But I think a lot of the inventory will be created by the baby boomers and the millennials stepping in and taking over those homes.
To point out, the MBA is the Mortgage Brokers Association. So that's what the mortgage industry is predicting. And I think another significant thing here is that yellow dotted line is 2020 sales. So you can see 21, our sales were higher than 20, and significantly.
And it's going to keep going up in home sales because the demand is still going to be there.
And MBA, I feel like they should have a pretty good pulse on the market because they're dealing with all the pre-approvals, right? So maybe they're being able to see these stats of how many people are trying to get approved for a mortgage and using that as an indicator. But
totally. Yeah.
Home prices, John.
Oh, right. So what we've done here is we've taken industry experts, Freddie Mac and Mortgage Brokers Association. And it's interesting, the National Association of Realtors, one on the end, is the least bullish about home prices. But still seeing an average of 5.1 appreciation, very healthy, a lot less than this year we've experienced this year, but still when you think of what appreciation you're getting on your savings accounts in the bank, this is a really, and it's a good level. But
I think that the double digits are, the double digit appreciation is definitely going to reduce and be a more normal appreciation rate in this 5.1 average, which is great. And I think that's kind of going to correlate with how the mortgage rates are. And with I was reading I think it was an MBA article about mortgage rates and how the market is kind of going to peak in the second and third quarters of 2022, and then we'll really see a leveling off. And I think that correlates directly with the mortgage rates increasing. That's going to play a really big factor in how our market is going to trend next year. And you can see if Q1 and Q2 are going up, and then by Q3 we're at a higher mortgage rate, I think that we'll see the market really start leveling off instead of going up and up and up and up and up and up at these rates that we've seen in 2021. I think it will really make a difference in how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, interest rates really do play a factor in affordability, and then that plays into your prices going up. So
we see the demand kind of shift, and even if it's slight, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a massive shift, but it's going to be palpable no matter what happens, because the affordability plays a huge factor.
yeah,
I
I
think
think
interesting right now, the inflation problems we have, challenges, and not just a USA problem, it's a worldwide problem. The supply problem is a worldwide problem, with the changing habits of people during the pandemic, and what people are spending their money on. And inflation is a worldwide problem. Interest rates is a worldwide trend, with interest rates going up. More and more countries are raising interest rates, and it's just a matter of time and amount. But this is what we're predicting based on various economists.
Yeah, and I do think that it will be palpable in the market. Like people, when we talk about that shift, people will like maybe start to panic a little if we go from what we've been at to a more balanced market. So I think that real estate professionals will really like have a role in almost keeping people like realistic that this is a balanced market, not like a bad shifting market, you know?
Exactly. It's not crashing, it's balancing.
Yeah. So best times to buy and sell in 2022. So whenever we do buyer appointments, listing appointments, we always go back to these graphs. So if you're not a graph person, bear with me because they're really important, because we normally see this like curve. I don't know if you can see that the blue line is that kind of that like curve of the market. So basically normal Portland market curve, but the lines, the green and red are what COVID did to us, right? So a little wonky. I think that we're going to get back to that more regular curve. And so when you're looking to buy or sell, we're going to look at that and see how to position yourself. We think that the next 6 months are going to be the best time to sell in general. And then when you get to the top of that curve, that's going to be the best time to buy. And it'll depend on your price point. But ultimately you have a little bit more homes to choose from when you're at the top of that curve, but you also have more competition, right? So you have more buyers active. There's more pending sales there. When you're at the lower part of the curve, you have less competition. So that's what we're seeing right now in the like more average price point Portland homes. We're seeing a lot more homes on the market, less multiple offers, but in the high end, we're seeing it's extremely competitive. There's still very low inventory for certain types of luxury properties. So depending on what price point you're looking in or looking to sell in, we're going to use these graphs to really help you. But those are our general like best time to buy and sell. Reach out to us and we'll actually strategize that with you depending on what type of property you have. And that's what we got for you today. We hope it was really helpful. I feel really good about what we're going to see in 2022. We've been in the thick of it. 2021, we know what we're doing and we can help you do it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for listening every week, and reach out anytime.
Thank you.